Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the continuing round 2 action of Rollin for the Dogs. Today we've got 3 more groups from the JSA division. And the first up for Group 5, we've got Peterson from Arlo Racing in an 82-gram Acura NSX that scored 16. Rue from Milestone Diecast in a 99-gram Mercury Cougar that scored 13. N-Count from Chase Family Racing in a 74-gram Corvette that scored 13. And JJ Smooth from Puffs Racing in an 84-gram Nissan Skyline that only managed 8 in the first round. So we've got Peterson, Rue, N-Count, and JJ Smooth, 4 heavy hitters. As Peterson leads N-Count through Echo Base. He's looking pretty strong and pulling away as they round the Savage Square. Peterson will take lap 1. N-Count is second, just ahead of Rue and JJ Smooth. Arlo Racing on top after 1. They rotate around as we go to the second lap. That'll put N-Count on the pole with Peterson on the outside. N-Count gets ahead, but here comes Peterson. Peterson's going to look inside and doesn't quite clear N-Count. Now gets ahead of him, and they're running 1 and 2 just like on lap 1. Rounding the Savage Square, Peterson is again pulling away. He'll put up back-to-back lap victories, and N-Count's going to come away with a lucky second place again, just ahead of Rue, who passes JJ Smooth on the final straight in reverse, no less, to claim an extra point. So identical finishes on the first and second lap. That gives Peterson and N-Count a solid lead over the other 2 drivers heading to the second half. Here on lap 3, JJ Smooth started with the pole but has quickly given up the lead. Oh, Peterson tries to pass N-Count on the inside in the Echo Base turn and can't quite get it done. N-Count takes lap 3. Peterson is second. JJ Smooth is third. And Rue takes fourth. And that may wrap up this group as Peterson and N-Count. It sure does. Peterson and N-Count just dominant in 3 laps. The pair have split first and second place on every single lap. So mathematically, this one's over. Rue on the pole for the final lap. She currently leads Peterson. JJ Smooth tries to sneakily get past Peterson and Echo Base, can't get it done. Rue takes lap 4. Peterson is second, just barely ahead of JJ Smooth. And that'll wrap up the first group of the day. Peterson and N-Count moving on for Arlo Racing and Chase Family Racing. We move on to Group 6 of the second round, and we've got another Arlo Racing driver. It's Kay in her 90-gram T-Bird Stalker that scored 14 in round 1. Anson the Pants Russ from Puffs Racing in a 63-gram Lamborghini Cyan that scored 13. Flange Farley from Dog Squab Racing in a 94-gram Honda Civic SI that scored 12 and is his last entry in the tournament. And then starting P4 here on lap 1 is Mad Mike from Madman Racing in his 83-gram McLaren F1. That is a wild card advancement from the first round. He scored 9 points, and this is also his last entry in the tournament. Wow. Kay destroys the field on lap 1. Anson the Pants Russ a distant second, followed by Mad Mike and Flange Farley. So the positive vibes continuing for Arlo Racing. They rotate around, and that'll put Flange on the pole from Dog Squab. But man, Kay takes off again very quickly, followed by Anson the Pants Russ. I'm not sure Flange has got the same top speed in that Honda Civic as do the Lamborghini and the T-Bird. So similar results here on lap 2, and Arlo Racing and Puffs Racing quickly pulling away, 3 points ahead of the other drivers. Mad Mike on the pole here for lap 3, and he and Flange have really got to get something happening here. Flange makes the pass in turn 2, assisted by Kay, and now leads. It's a tight 4-car group. Mad Mike right there in third. K tries to get around but can't do it. Flange takes the third lap, followed by K, Mad Mike, and Ants in the Pants Russ. So K has clinched at least a tie for one of the top 2 spots. And Ants in the Pants Russ is on the pole, followed by K for the final lap. That may not bode well for Flange or Mad Mike, as they've both had trouble keeping up with these 2 drivers. K looks on the outside, can't get it done. They come down the final straight, and it's Ants in the Pants Russ, K, and Mad Mike a distant third, followed by Flange Farley. And K and Ants in the Pants Russ will advance for Arlo Racing and Puffs Racing. The big dogs, pun intended, having a field day today. So the final group of today's video, Tim Terwilliger, also from Arlo Racing, in a 90-gram T-Bird Stalker that scored 14. Puff from Puffs Racing in a 98-gram Mustang that scored 13. Misty G, also from Puffs, in a 64-gram Toyota Supra that scored 12. And rounding up the group with a second Arlo Racing driver, Mr. Devilish Dark, in a 92-gram Acura NSX GT that scored 9. So this is very much Arlo Racing versus Puffs Racing for round 3. Puff out to the early lead, leads him through Echo Base. Oh, Puff rolls in the Savage Square. He will DNF. That sort of allows Mr. Dark to get ahead. No! He turns it into the wall, and somehow Misty G comes away with the opening lap victory. Mr. Devilish Dark barely manages to eke across the line for second. What a wild turn of events here on a day where we really haven't had too many DNFs. Tim did actually win that lap by a long shot. They rotate around, and that'll put Misty G on the pole, but she quickly gets passed by Tim. Tim just rocketing away. That's why it seemed like Misty won the last lap. Oh, Tim with trouble in Echo Basin gets passed up by both Misty G and Mr. Devilish. Misty wins lap 2, Devilish is second, Tim is third, and Puffs, really struggling in that Mustang, takes fourth. So after 2, it's Misty G and Tim Terwilliger, followed closely by Mr. Devilish Dark. And Puff's got to make something happen here with that bright yellow car, or he's gonna exit the tournament quickly. And Misty looks for the pass. No, can't quite get it done. She's all over Mr. Devilish. Mr. Devilish holds on to the lead. They're both followed by Tim. Devilish spins around in the Savage Square. Misty also gets loose. Devilish wins. Misty is second. I'm pretty sure Tim took third. A hair ahead of Puffs. Yep, he sure did. So things have changed up. It's now Misty and Mr. Devilish with the lead. Just a point ahead of Tim Terwilliger. Puff on the pole for lap 4 on a lap that means nothing to him, but means a lot to these other 3 drivers. We'll decide who gets eliminated here. Oh, and Tim just pile drives through Puff to take the lead. He's going to win the group. Misty G takes second. There's Mr. Devilish for third. Another DNF for Puff. And that's going to advance Misty G and Tim Terwilliger, because Misty actually wins the group. And here are the round 2 cars. We already saw the animals and the castings we love to hate. So now the JDM Supercar American Muscle group has been updated. We've got quite a few more to go. And then once we get through those groups, we'll go into the recycle. So a big thank you to Rue, JJ Smooth, Flange Farley, Mad Mike, Puff, and Mr. Devilish Dark. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 2 action of Rollin' for the Dogs.